place to catch up with friends, relax in a friendly atmosphere and enjoy great service and food, then Buckley's can offer a fun evening that the whole family can enjoy. In our bistro you can enjoy a selection from our extensive menu, including family favourites. On those sunny days, our alfresco is the perfect setting to enjoy a meal, catch up with friends or watch your favourite sport on 2 large plasma TVs. Having a special occasion can be made easy by hiring our newly renovated function rooms. Buckley's, a venue of class that provides all your entertainment and function needs.
Good morning, welcome again to another edition of the Geelong District Footy Show, coming to you live Channel 31 on a wonderful Saturday morning, and boy are we hotting up with finals just around the corner. Last week we saw a magnificent round of matches. Belmont Lions, too good for the Cry Devils. Shane Manning kicking 5 goals. Belpost Hill, too good for Inverleigh. Oh, absolutely belted them actually. North Geelong Magpies, back in town. I told you folks they wouldn't be far away. They're back in town again. Gave Anarchy a nice old thumping with a big reunion out at Footrot Flats with Justin de Blasio from the North Geelong Magpies kicking 7 goals. Bannockburn, the Tigers, too good for Winchelsea. Werribee Central's belted Geelong West Cricket and Sporting Club. And the 94.7 match of the round, the East Geelong Eagles absolutely had a magnificent day, a magnificent game, and they knocked off the Tommy Tigers with Adam Scrobelack absolutely leading his East Geelong Eagles to the charge to the finals, kicking 4 goals. Hello, I'm Dick Philpott, and here we go again. We've got some of the biggest names and brains in local football, and I mean that because Jason's not here again. Firstly, with me doing the talking this morning is the 9-game veteran of the Geelong Football Club, Dale Smyth. Good morning, Dale.
Thanks very much, Dick. And look, I went out to East Geelong last week and had a look at their club rooms. It is a very good site in that front bit where they built on the front. And Mrs O'Leary's sandwiches, sensational.
Actually,
along with the cream cakes and the jelly slice and everything else you got.
I've got to say, mate, speaking of cream cakes, I'll get the tooth back in, and jelly slice. The Anarchy ladies did it again. They do bake the best sponges out there. And I used to say at Anarchy, the sponges are great out there, and I'm not talking about the committee, but they are fantastic, the sponges. But Mrs O'Leary's away.
Is she?
Perhaps him, Mrs O'Leary and Chrome Dane, Kevin, away.
Well, I thought it might have been Kevin that made them then. But
touring the world, they are.
Oh, well, good luck to them. But very nice, and the whole game set up out there is very good now. Yeah,
very impressive. Looking forward to a big sponsors day this afternoon out at the East Geelong Oval indeed. And the man that is the absolute living legend of the Sale Magpies. How many games have you played down there?
Oh, I've lost track now. You've pumped it up every week. I think I'm nudging 1,000 now.
900 and something games, which is unbelievable, seeing he's only 19 years of age. But the great Jake Bourke. G'day, Jake.
Yeah, g'day, Dick. It's good to be here and looking forward to getting out to East Geelong again today. Like Dale said, the food out there last weekend was just amazing.
And a big game last week
too. And a big game as well. And we got a big game again today against Inverleigh. So it's promising times ahead for the East Geelong Footy Club, I guess. And yeah, looking forward to getting out there.
Unbelievable, yes, and we are looking forward to a good finish to the home and away season with a great finals campaign coming up. This morning we've got a very special guest on this morning. This entire round this afternoon is dedicated to Heartkids. Now, Libby Gibson is the coordinator in Geelong for this special project, and this afternoon all of the players will be wearing a red and blue armband to actually signify their support for such a worthy cause. Basically, Heartkids is about babies with defects before they're born, which is very tragic indeed, and sometimes they can even develop after birth. But as I said this morning, we have the Geelong coordinator, Libby Gibson. Good morning, Libby.
Thank you for having us here.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Now, just give us a little bit of a rundown on what Heartkids is all about.
Basically, Heartkids is a charity that was designed to help people with, to support children, to support families with children with heart disease. And this is my heart kid, Ellie, here. She had open heart surgery at 6 months of age.
Yep.
And as you can see, fit and healthy at the moment.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is great, but there's a lot of kids out there who aren't.
Yep.
And also those who don't make it that far and pass away, unfortunately. So this game, we're very grateful for the GDFL to be on board with us.
Is it true that 1,300 children are admitted every year to intensive care in Australia with heart disease?
Absolutely. It is
That's
the biggest killer of our children. It accounts for 30%, which is twice as much as childhood cancers. So it's one of those things that is very prevalent in our society, and it's one that's just not heard about. So
it's okay. And congenital heart defect, what does that actually mean?
It can be a range of anything from a heart murmur to a whole complex of things. Some people are born with holes in the heart, with very little heart, and they need multiple surgeries to repair the heart.
Gee, that's incredible. And a couple of great footballers that are going around, their children from AFL days, the AFL footballers, they've got children that have been for the same thing. Glenn Archer and Chad Corns apparently as well.
Yes, absolutely. Glenn Archer is one of our ambassadors for Heartkids Victoria, which is fantastic to have him on board.
He really is a great inspiration for everybody, Glenn Archer. He's always been involved with looking after kids that have got a problem, and particularly now getting involved with the Heart Kids as well. So he's an inspiration, and he's a great example for young kids, that Glenn Archer. He certainly does a lot to promote the game. There's no doubt about that. Just a couple of other questions I wanted to ask you. And the severity of defection in heart children can range from a hole in the heart to more complex conditions. Is that right? What more complex conditions could we sort of imagine can happen?
Well, as I said, it's a whole range. In Ellie's case, she had a hole between the two main chambers of the heart, and her artery to the lung was quite narrowed, so she had to have both of those repaired. But really, she's also one of the minor cases. Some kids have 4 or 5 surgeries before they're even a year old, just to repair valves and, the main chambers of the heart.
Okay. And has Ellie been in hospital a lot? I'd imagine she's been in quite a bit in a short time at this stage, but does she still go quite a bit, or is she pretty well okay now?
We are very lucky. As I said, we spent is that nice? We spent 10 days in hospital originally at the age of 6 months, and she had that repair, and we haven't had to go back for that condition since. We just have regular yearly checkups.
Yep. Oh, that's great.
We are one of the lucky ones.
So, Ellie, you enjoying being on television? You're going to say something to everybody? Uh-huh. What about a big wave to the camera, into the camera over there? You call it Wally, don't you? Is the name of the camera Wally?
Not Wally.
Not Wally. Okay. You thought us 3 guys were very smart before, didn't you, eh? You changed your mind about that. Okay. What's your little teddy bear's name?
This is our Heartkids bear, isn't it?
Okay. And is that like a bear that is actually significant for the actual Heartkids?
This is some of our merchandise. This will be available on our website, which is heartkidsvic.org.au.
Okay.
And there's lots of merchandise on there. People can go and have a look at it if they want any more information on childhood heart disease.
Fantastic. Well, look, all the best, Libby, and I really thanks for coming in this morning early on a Saturday morning. And I do wish you all the best with Heartkids, and I encourage everybody out there that follows local footy to really get behind the cause and give everyone a bit of a clap today wearing those armbands. And thanks for coming in, and thanks for Ellie as well. Okay?
Absolutely. Thanks to the GDFL. We've been amazed that you've come on board. It's
absolute
great.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Good luck, Libby. Libby Gibson from Heartfelt Kids, the Geelong coordinator. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk about all the big footy action this afternoon and an interview as well. Back after this.
The place to catch up with friends, relax in a friendly atmosphere and enjoy great service and food. Then Buckley's can offer a fun evening that the whole family can enjoy. In our bistro you can enjoy a selection from our extensive menu, including family favourites. On those sunny days, our alfresco is the perfect setting to enjoy a meal, catch up with friends or watch your favourite sport on 2 large plasma TVs. Having a special occasion can be made easy by hiring our newly renovated function rooms. Buckley's, a venue of class that provides all your entertainment and function needs.